The B Nation Podcast. The B Nation Podcast, Miguel Tello.
We started this year with good news as we found out that songwriters' royalties has been increased for CDs and vinyls for the first time in over a decade. The Copyright Royalty Board approved a settlement to increase the US mechanical royalty rate to 12 cents per track. In other news, hundreds of artists push for copyright rule change on streaming royalties. We stand together. We are going to discuss more details on this premiere episode, including 3 stunning and super talented guests. This is the B Nation Podcast. I am Miguel Tello and we are presenting you our Season 9 premiere. This one is called Copyright and Streaming Royalties, and if you want to find out more about the rest of the episode, Laura is here and she's bringing you the summary.
On this premiere episode, the biggest story is called Copyright and Streaming Royalties. We are discussing the latest news on this matter. Spotify presents the hottest record of the week, Alright by LIV Romano.
Wish I was the seconds of the day that we let go. You're everywhere. Replace.
Do you want to find out more about this record? Well, we invited Liv to this episode to have a deep conversation about the EP.
Hi, I'm Liv Romano, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Our friend Tyler James Bellinger is back on the show presenting Light of Day.
Hey, I'm Tyler James Bellinger, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
He does Age Like Wine. The one and only Braden Tabakian is on the show.
Hi, I'm Braden Tabakian, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Don't miss the new season of our spin-off show Backstage, now exclusively on Spotify. As always, we are bringing you the best new music from around the world. Welcome to Season 9 of the B Nation Podcast, brought to you by Spotify.
How are you guys? How are you doing? Welcome to another episode of the B Nation Podcast, where we are bringing you the best new music from around the world. And if you want to be part of the nation and submit your music for consideration, join us in our Twitter community. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok under the username The B Nation Podcast. For more information, check out our website, thebnation.com. And if you want to support, vote, or provide feedback on the brand new music that you hear on the show, check out Backstage, which is exclusively available on Spotify. And we're gonna start this episode of the B Nation Podcast, as always, bringing you the best new music from around the world. Luke Kayla is a Canadian artist that she has been releasing music for a while now. She released a few weeks ago this tune that is super addictive. This is the first song that we are going to discover for you in 2023. The song is called Predicate Era and it will be one of your favorites. So let's listen. This is Predicate Era by Luke Kayla.
Yeah, I'm in my PGE, baby. Oh yeah. So glamorous. I don't care. I'm in my pretty girl era. I'm a stare when I see myself in the mirror. Oh, 'tis the season, it's that hardy time of the year. I don't care. I'm in my pretty girl era. I don't care.
Vertigo Era by Lou Kayla. What do you think of the song? Remember that now you can support, vote, or provide feedback, for example, with this track in our spin-off show Backstage that is now available exclusively on Spotify. Guys, what a fantastic premiere episode that we have ready for you. Our lovely friends on Spotify are joining us on season 9, and from now on, they're gonna bring every week the hottest record of the week. And to celebrate that this is the first one, we invited the artist to this episode. She's gonna be with us in a minute. But now, it's time to listen to the track Alright by LIV Romano.
Hi, I'm Liv Romano, and this is my song Alright, which is the hottest record of the week on the B Nation podcast.
I told myself I'll be alright. Took myself in bed at night. Lit a cigarette to smoke. And when I finally fell asleep, I had a dream of you and me. Wonder if you're still at home. Wonder if you're all alone. It took about a month or so for me to pack up all your clothes, as I was living with your ghost. I found a picture on my wall of us the first few days of fall. We were smiling just like fools. I can't help but think of you. And I wish it was you that made me like this. The silence is killing me, so I'll breathe and try to forget it. Wish I wasn't stuck inside the day that we let go. You're everywhere, replaced, stuck in my head. To something that is already gone. I can't lose myself inside you, 'cause I'll never move on. I don't know if I'm gonna be alright, but I'll keep sinking if you got both of my hands. I wish it was you that made me like this. The silence is killing me, so I breathe and try to forget it. Wish I wasn't stuck inside the day that we let go. You're everywhere, replaced, stuck in my head. Stuck in my head. Stuck in my head. I told myself I'll be alright. Tucked myself in bed at night. Lit a cigarette to smoke. And when I finally fell asleep, I had a dream of you and me. Wonder if you're still at home. Wonder if you're all alone.
Right, so you just hear on the B Nation podcast, All Right, which is our hottest record of the week, brought to you by Spotify. It's a pleasure to present you, obviously, here on the B Nation podcast, our hottest record of the week with LIV Romano, that she is today with us. LIV, how are you?
I'm doing so good. I'm doing good. It's a little cold out here in LA, but just been working very hard, making a lot of music lately.
I can tell. Welcome to the B Nation podcast. You are so authentic, and honestly, like, we fell in love with your EP, All Right, that is our hottest record of the week, especially with songs like the one that we played now and the one that we're gonna play later on, which is my favorite TV shows, to be honest with you. I wanna ask you, first of all, about this song that we just heard, LIV. I wanna ask you, what can you tell me about the story of behind the song? When did you write it? What did that mean for you? And how you decided to name your EP as this track that we just heard?
Yeah, so All Right, basically, so the whole EP as a whole, pretty much, if you go and you listen to all the songs, they're about pretty intense breakups. That's where a lot of my inspiration stems from. But for All Right, I was actually, before I ever moved out to LA, I came out here for a month and I worked with one of my friends, Jace, and I just had this, I didn't have a chorus to it yet. I just had like a verse, intro, pre-chorus, and then he helped fill in on the chorus, and we had like this kind of a phrase that you ask friends, like, are you all right? Or are you kind of just saying that? So that was the theme of the song, is pretty much.
Yeah. So did you fall in love with the track like a lot, that obviously to name it as like your EP, just because you have been building this EP since your first release? Okay, not okay. All right.
Yeah.
Back in July. And obviously like how was for you like obviously to name the EP like All Right? Is this like was your favorite song from the ones that you released so far?
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite that I've released so far. I think it just made sense with the theme of the EP. The way that me and my manager are trying to brand myself right now is just with all lowercase and question marks.
Yeah.
So it made sense.
We're gonna hear later on my favorite one, which is TV shows, and I recommend everyone to obviously to stream your music, because to stream your EP, because it's so authentic, and honestly the way that you sing, girl, and obviously like the lyrics of the track, I can feel like that they were authentic, that they were real stories, you know, like honestly. And that's one of the things I like about music, is like when artists that they are so unique and so authentic, and they are like true to themselves, you know. And that's what myself I perceive with your music, to be honest with you.
Oh, thank you so much.
One of the things that I always like to about this show is that I like to interview people, like the artists that we normally invite they are artists that we believe on them, that we really mean it, you know. So why did you decide, for example, with your first release, okay but not okay, to just say, okay, look, listen, it's time to obviously to release my own records? So what was that moment for you that you were presented with that opportunity?
So basically, I've been sitting on a lot of songs for a very long time. And when I met a bunch of my best friends out here in LA, they were pushing me to release music. And that one was just the first one. I thought it would be like a good icebreaker to put out on the streaming platforms, just to kind of like set up the base of, I guess like not genre, but the kind of style of music that I make. And personally is one of my very favorite songs, because I do think it's a little more unique. And so we kind of just ended up running with that one, creating all of the content for it was with all of my best friends, which was a little hectic, but it was so much fun.
Liv, we're gonna hear a little bit later on TV shows, which is the other track that we selected for from this EP, all right? But I want to ask you a question that we normally ask here on the B Nation podcast. There are not right or wrong answers about this one, just because like I believe that like we managed to discover more about the artist with these following questions about songwriting. Let's do a recap about all the songs that you've written in the last year, in the last 12 months, right? So if you have to remember what was the first thing that it comes to your mind when you write a song, what will be the first thing? It will be the melody, it will be the lyrics, or it will be the title of the track?
Ooh. I always start with actually writing on my guitar. So I write the chords first, and then I start with a melody. I'm like 9 times out of 10, I'll always end with lyrics, or I'll just write down, I call them dummy lyrics. So I'll write down kind of just like a general theme, and whatever I'm going through or whatever I want to write through at that time in my life, I'll just go ahead and I will write about it. But it's always I come up with. And
what do you think about, for example, the people that they start to write it by the title? Do you think that's cool? Do you think that it could be also as well inspirational?
I think it has its place. I personally have never done that. I do have friends who do start writing with a title, and I think that it's helpful in the sense of just keep sticking to a theme. But I have songs right now that I literally have a song right now called I Don't Know, because I don't know what to call it yet. So it depends, I think, on the artist.
Liv, what's the plan next? Are you planning to bring these songs to a live performance during this year in 2023? What is the plan like that you have for the upcoming months with these songs?
Yeah, so with this EP, we're pretty much done marketing this for now. There is a bonus track that's coming out on it, in the next month. So pretty excited about that. It's going to be a 5-song EP now, not a 4-song. But definitely playing more shows. Definitely, we're working on, well, me and my manager right now, we're working on doing like a 7-song to 8-song collaboration EP.
All
so
right.
we have almost all the artists that I wanted to collaborate with. They said yes. So I'm excited about that. So they're going to be like 8 songs on a extended EP and a different artist featured on each song.
Probably say like your debut album. That's not what it sounds like, isn't it? That must be exciting for you, right?
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. There's gonna be another EP, but we're gonna take a break from doing that right now and just focus on collaborations. So
you are building your catalog, you know, and obviously it's very good to have like a amount of songs, like a bunch of songs that you can obviously then play in live in front of an audience. Liv, we're gonna hear TV shows. I feel like it's a beautiful, 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 beautiful song. Why TV shows? It was important for you. What is the main story behind the song?
Yeah, so TV shows actually, I made a majority of these songs with my one friend. And I remember I was sitting in his room just talking about all of the friends or like romantic relationships that we've, like, you know how you just lose touch with people and you don't know why?
The story of my life.
Yeah, so we were like, oh man, I wonder like what this person's doing. I wonder what they're doing. And this is how we wrote TV shows. I think we wrote it in like 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure.
Really? Oh wow!
Yeah, had like so much I wanted to say.
Yeah, did you go inspired straight away to obviously to write the track?
Yeah.
Congratulations for the EP. Congratulations for songs like that, because at the end of the day, look like the authenticity that you have in your music is gonna bring you up. You have your platform here for whatever you need, girl.
Thank you so much, and thank you for taking the time to interview me. Hi, I'm Liv Romano, and you're about to hear my song TV Shows on the B Nation podcast. Enjoy it.
Can't take another song about the weekend, just a reason to get caught up. On a weeknight, staring at the ceiling. Made a wish, but I'm out of luck. I wish that I had someone who would stay for me. Wish that I had someone who would pray for me. I do, but I keep going back to old ways. Maybe if I moved to Mexico, I wonder would you miss me? Haven't seen you in forever, and it's getting lonely. Being friends with TV shows and interviews of Holly. Nothing can get me back like losing daylight with you. Losing daylight with you. When we had nothing to lose, still go to the same stores, always hoping to see your face. And I play that song about the weekend. Thought about you, I can't explain, but wish that I had someone who would stay for me. Wish that I had someone who would pray for me. I do, but I keep going back to old ways. Maybe if I moved to Mexico, I wonder would you miss me? Haven't seen you in forever, and it's getting lonely. Being friends with TV shows and interviews of Holly. Nothing can get me by like losing daylight with you. Losing daylight with you. When we had nothing to lose. Take another song about the weekend, just a reason to get caught up. But I miss my friend and the feeling in the way that it was enough. If I moved to Mexico, I wonder would you miss me? Haven't seen you in forever, and it's getting lonely. Being friends with TV shows and interviews of Holly. Nothing can get me back like losing daylight with you. Losing daylight with you.
What a lovely time that we had with the one and only LIV Romano here on the B Nation podcast. This song is called TV Shows and it's one of the songs that you can find on her EP, Alright, that is our hottest record of the week with the Spotify here on the B Nation podcast. Coming up on the B Nation podcast, Tyler James Bellinger is on the show where we are going to catch up with our friend and he's going to present his brand new single Light of Day. But for now, it's time for the big story of this episode that is called Copyright and Streaming Royalties. We have a couple of updates that we thought that is going to be very interesting to discuss here on the B Nation podcast. Hundreds of artists push for copyright rule change on streaming royalties will stand together. Signed by Sheryl Crow, John Mayer, and many others, the letter warns that any opposition to the proposed new rule will be a vote against songwriters. Tom Healy, Sheryl Crow, and Steen are among musicians supporting a new federal copyright rule aimed at making sure that songwriters who regain control of their music actually start getting paid their streaming royalties after they do so. Signed by Sheryl Crow, John Mayer, and many others, the letter warns that any opposition to the proposed new rule will be a vote against songwriters. Also as well, we found out that mechanical royalties rise for the first time in 17 years. Members of several major trade groups have finally reached an agreement to raise the compulsory rate for physical releases, downloads, ringtones, and musical bundles to 12 cents more per track. The National Music Publishers Association, Nashville Songwriters Association International, and three key publishers, Sony Music Entertainment, Universal Music Group, and Warner Music Group, filed their motion with the Copyright Royalty Board yesterday, approving an immediate 32% increase for 2023 pending a final decision from the CRB. This extremely positive result is due in large part to the creators who made their voices heard in the CRB process. With this settlement filled, we cleared the way to focus solidly and tirelessly on raising streaming rates as we battle the biggest companies in the world who are pushing for the lowest royalty rates in history. Songwriters and their advocates stand more than united than ever. This announcement was the first slice of significant news songwriters have received on the mechanical front since 2006. So these were the latest updates in terms of copyright and streaming royalties, and you know that here on the B Nation podcast we are always going to discuss the latest updates in future episodes. And now it's time to listen to the brand new single from Joanne. You hear So Done, which is one of the previous songs from Joanne here on the B Nation podcast, and now they present this track that is called Don't Wanna Be Your Friend. After this, Tyler James Bellinger is on the show, but for now let's listen Don't Wanna Be Your Friend by Joanne.
2 a.m. I'm freaking out. Heard that you were back in town. Well, I don't wanna sit through coffee, feeling like I'm out of body every time you come around. Cause it starts off with small talk, yeah, it's always the same. Say you wanna start over. I don't really know how to say this, but I don't wanna be your friend. I don't wanna just pretend. Can't forget about the things that we had. You just wanna act like you don't take a part of me. Every time you turn and leave, hurts to say it. I don't want it to end, but I don't wanna be your friend. No, it probably sounds too harsh, but I don't need another scar. I hate how you turn it on and off like a faucet. Now it's flooding in my mind's getting lost in all the memories. I'm feeling so exhausted from what could have been. I'm not over it, so I don't wanna be your friend. I don't wanna just pretend. Can't forget about the things that we had. You just wanna act like you don't take a part of me. Every time you turn and leave, hurts to say it. I can't do it again. Cause it starts off with small talk, yeah, it's always the same. Say you wanna start over. You don't really wanna hear me say this, but I don't wanna be your friend. I don't wanna just pretend. Can't forget about the things that we had. You just wanna act like you don't take a part of me. Every time you turn and leave, hurts to say it. I don't want it to end, but I don't wanna be your friend. I don't wanna second guess what's going on inside your head, playing back
Our next guest, he is actually a really good friend of the show. Where there is no better way to start this season 9 of the B Nation podcast with a person that I haven't spoken to him in a whole year. And obviously, it's a pleasure to have here to the one and only Tyler James Bellinger. Tyler, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just, getting over being a little sick for the new year, but I'm doing pretty well. How
are you feeling now?
A little better. I think I overdid it yesterday. I thought I was feeling 100%, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna paint my bedroom," and and I think I overdid it because I'm like, "Oh, maybe I'm not 100% yet," but I'm doing pretty good. I got my morning coffee, and I'm excited to be talking to you. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a little longer than a year. I think it's been almost 2 years.
I don't know if it was 2 years, but I think like with the everything that is going around at the moment, I think I lost like the motion of time. Do you know what I mean?
Oh God,
I think we didn't have like the opportunity. I didn't have myself the opportunity to talk about Darkest Place, which was your previous release. Tyler, in Darkest Place, you say, the older I get, the less that I know. The more that I live, the more that I lose hope. What's happening, my friend?
I had a really rough year and a half. Since we last talked, my 7-year relationship ended since we last talked, and it ended in a really bad way.
Oh man,
one of those things that like, that's okay. Life, life happens, and like, we're all on the same ride. You never know what the hell is going to happen. And you can just do your best with the circumstance. And so there was this whole project, the EP, which actually comes out on January 20th, is a 6-song EP, was very therapeutic for me. And Darkest Place is actually, it's my favorite one on the project. But, it was, for me, I know it sounds really sad, but there is some hope in it. That song was one of the last ones I did, and it was I was seeing someone, and I think it was like a shift in my perspective, like that. The world keeps turning, and everything I thought I knew wasn't what it was, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes.
And I think when I was dating this person, it showed me that like there's other people in the world. It gave me hope. It was like, oh, there's going to be someone who wants to date me and likes me for me and likes my personality, and that I can be goofy around, that I can really be all of myself with. And so Darkest Place, that whole line, like, I saw God when I saw your face, was because this person made me realize that everything was going to be okay.
Oh, that's great.
That's great. Yeah, like, as sad as I was, it was still going to just be temporary. And so, it didn't work out, but we're good friends. And he knows the songs about him, so it's okay. He's like, oh shit, I got 2 songs on your project. I was like, yeah, you got 2 songs.
He should feel honored for that.
Yeah, it was. No, he loves them. He was like, they're my 2 favorite on the project. I was like, I'm sure they are. Like, but I don't know. But I begin and end the song with, the older I get, the less that I know. Because I think it's true. My dad always said to me when I was a kid. Yeah, my dad always said to me when I was a kid that when you're a kid, when you're little, you think your parents know everything. When you're a teenager, you think your parents don't know shit. And then when you're an adult, you realize that no one knows shit. And you're like, oh, wow. Am I allowed to curse? I'm sorry. It's like, you realize that no one really knows. Everyone's doing their best. I hope. You know what I mean? They're doing their best in the circumstance. And that's really what Darkest Place was about. Was just like me coming out of a really, really tough spot where I'm going to be honest, I was a mess for like a year and a half. I mean a mess where I was like, the only thing I was doing was like going to my sessions and then like crying. Because I was, I was, it's my first love. We had a house together, a dog, everything. And it like the carpet kind of got pulled out from underneath me. That was traumatizing. And so this EP ended up being very, very therapeutic for me. Though we didn't end up together, but I think that song made me realize that I would be in love with someone again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
When I wrote that about him, it made me realize, oh, you're gonna be fine. Like everything hurts still, but you're gonna be okay.
Do you believe that, as my mom said, that there is a plenty of fish on the sea?
Yeah, but I think she's right. You know, I see it's tricky. You know, everyone talks about like soulmate. That concept is interesting for me because I do believe, like, personally, like, if you're kind of like in tune with everything, like God will send you the right person for you. But also, I also think that like I think a lot of people in your life fulfill different things. I don't think one person fulfills everything. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, and I think I think expecting one person to be your everything is maybe not the best. I don't know. I'm in a relationship now that is the best thing I've ever been in. And I'm like, whoa, this is what it's supposed to feel like? That's a blessing. But I'm like, I didn't feel this way in anything else, in any other relationship. And so I'm like, okay, I just think it's like finding the right fit for you. And I think that takes like a while. There's a lot of people in the world. I think there's probably a bunch of people who would be a great fit for you. But it's just a matter of like proximity to them. How how do you meet them? How close are you? Are they single at that same time as you? There's so many factors that go into it. So, but I think there are a lot of people in the world, and I think there's a lot of people for everyone.
Exactly.
But
no, totally.
You know, I don't know how there couldn't be. There's like 8 billion people in the world. Like,
maybe more, maybe less.
Sometimes you got to just keep swimming. Sometimes you really hurt people in doing that, and I think you just gotta forgive and move on because it doesn't really help anyone. It doesn't help you to be stuck on it. And so I'm so thankful I have I'm thankful I have my friends and I have music. Sorry, that was a really long answer for Darkest Place. Hey, I'm Tyler James Bellinger, and you're about to hear my song, Darkest Place, on the B Nation podcast.
The older I get, the less that I know. The more that I live, the more I lose hope. I've been looking for faith, but the trail's gone cold. Yeah, the older I get, the less that I know. Love in the darkest place, in the darkest place. I saw God when I saw your face, when I saw your face. Give me some grace. I found love in the darkest place, in the darkest place.
So right, so you just hear Darkest Place, which is one of the tracks from the upcoming EP from Tyler James Bellinger that is going to be released, you say, Tyler, next Friday on January the 20th. And obviously
Correct.
we are basically hearing like a couple of songs here on the B Nation podcast. We're going to hear in a second Light of Day, but Tyler, I want to discuss with you something that like, I want to have your opinion. And I feel like I can ask you this because you are an amazing songwriter. And here on the B Nation podcast, we discuss about the recent news about the AI technology. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the AI technology, basically, but I always believe that technology, it should help us to get our lives better, not to make our lives lazy. If that makes sense, That's what I think. That's what I think myself. I don't know if you heard that, like, there's starting to, basically in the music industry, right, to have to use the AI technology not only with music, but with what I think is actually a little bit like weird and awkward, which is in songwriting. And obviously, like, for the independent artists that obviously write about their own music, but it's, for me, I think like it's not gonna be, like, affected by this. But as you know, as you probably like very well, there's a lot of songwriters out there that they made this of like a living. If that makes sense what I'm saying. How do you think like about of this? Do you think like this is something that it could technically affect like jobs and everything like that? Obviously, I believe so. But do you think it's gonna be a thing in the future?
I don't know. I've talked about that. It's funny. I talked about this with one of my buddies who co-produced the whole EP, Johnny Black. We were messaging on Instagram because I saw an AI thing, and I was like, oh well, if we ever get stumped, here we go. And he goes, absolutely not. And I was like, it was a joke. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be like a real big deal. Because I still think inherently an artist wants to feel like the song came from them. Even like artists that don't write their own songs, they're usually picking songs that they feel like they could have written or they wish they did write. And so I don't know. I don't know. There's such an emotional part to songwriting that I'm not really concerned that like AI is going to take over that. But you know what? If an AI writes an amazing hit and it wants me to sing it, I'll do it. I don't care. Like,
that's a good point.
Like, you know what? I don't know. I think people I don't know. There's like a lot. The music industry is tough. And I think a lot of people take certain things way too seriously. I don't think AI is coming for our jobs.
We're gonna talk about Light of Day and why you are standing on the Light of Day.
So this is actually about, this is about my ex. This was like the point when we broke up. He had done some bad things, and then I tried to make it work. And, I did everything I said I wouldn't do, which was like try to stick it out. And then this song is about like, essentially like when he said, the day before we broke up, we got into a fight. And he said a lot of things he couldn't take back, and they were incredibly hurtful. And that's what this whole song is like. Standing in the light of day, there ain't nowhere to hide the truth now. It's written all over your face. Now that we're standing in the light of day, it's like okay, now I see you for who you really are, and I'll never be able to unsee that.
It's kind of like that you see his true colors.
Yes, exactly. And so it was just very much that. Just I'll never be able to unsee what you've shown me now. And
I'm pretty sure that the rest of the EP is gonna be amazing as these 2 tracks, man.
Thank you. I'm excited. There's there's 3 more songs that are coming out. They're definitely they're a little pointed. They're definitely a little pointed.
What can we find on these 3 songs?
Well, the EP is called Perfect Stranger. That song it was pretty much calling out the idea of like, I got mad at him essentially for not being who I thought he was, but realizing that he didn't even know who he was. And the whole idea is like, you're a stranger to yourself. But then I thought it'd be kind of cool to call the EP Perfect Stranger, because in a lot of ways, I'm not the same person I was a year and a half ago. I'm a new person to myself. And so, but Perfect Stranger is a little more, it's really cool. It's kind of like if Adele did a break.
Oh, right.
It's very dark, but it sounds like it's me at the same time. you know, I feel like this EP, I've been singing the way I really wanted to sing, you know, like
exactly.
It's one of the, not that I don't sing like how I want on the other stuff, but you know, I took a little bit of a leap of faith.
Darker songs, sad songs, they can be beautiful as well. And obviously, like, that's what I feel with your music, you know?
Thank you. I mean, I like dramatic songs. I feel like that's pretty clear. I released a lot of ballads. So I feel like everyone knows that I like to belt and be sad.
Yeah.
But but that one's cool because it's got like, I do love the breakbeat aspect to it. Because I was obsessed with Emily Sande's first album and her first and second album, but they're completely different. That first album, though, that Naughty Boy produced, I thought was just incredible. And so we were like messing around, and I was like, what if we did a breakbeat thing? And it ended up being really cool. And so we'll see how that gets received. But then there's two more songs. There's Walk On By, and that one is essentially, if I see you in public, I don't want to talk to you. Like, don't stop to talk to me. It's too late to apologize. Like, which he never did. We still see each other from time to time because, you know, we have joint custody of the dog. But but we're not friends.
I mean, with that lyrics, sorry, I was about to say, with that lyrics, he doesn't feel like that is not, he cannot feel like that's related to him. I don't know what to say else, but that is well straightforward, you know?
Oh yeah, he doesn't listen to my music. I released a song a year and some change ago, like right after the breakup, called Unlove You, and that was really hard because I wrote that a day after the breakup, because I had moved to, so like the timeline on all this is like, something bad happened. 2 weeks later, I moved to Nashville, and I was going to go back and forth between Nashville and New Jersey. That way I could be with my partner. And then I moved to Nashville, and then my first weekend back from Nashville, we broke up. So then I went right back to Nashville, and I wrote a song called Unlove You, which I'll probably never sing live. And it's just really sad. But I think that was probably the last song he heard. You know, we share a very close friend, and I do have on good authority that she was accidentally playing my music in the car when he was in with her, and he was like, "Please turn this off." And so I'm sure that he's heard some of it, but I don't think he cares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, life moves on. He also knows like what I do for a living. We were together 7 years. You know, so he knows that, like, I know. I the only thing I can write about is my life. So, like,
of course,
you know, he knows that, and he knows that he was a big part of my life, and so of course there's going to be songs. There's no like disillusions there. You know, it is what it is. He knows what I do for a living, and you know, if you don't want bad songs wrote about you, don't screw with someone. So it's like
Tyler, I am going to tell you that it has been an absolutely pleasure to speak to you today. What can I say, my friend?
Well.
Thank you as always for like bringing a conversation that it has been so natural. And for me, conversations that they are natural are the best. They can feel that they are real and authentic, and that is the best. Thank you for being so honest, because and be truly to yourself. Thank you so much, Tyler. All the best.
Thank you. Hey, I'm Tyler James Bellinger, and this is my brand new single, Light of Day, on the B Nation podcast.
You could have told me I wasn't what you wanted, but everything you needed, yeah, you got it. Oh, I would give what you just take. Watching as my heart would break. I can't believe that I couldn't see it coming. Standing in the light of day. There ain't no way to hide the truth now. It's written all never know just what you wanted. Standing in the light, there ain't no way to hide the truth now. It's written all over your face. Remember you'll never change. So don't ask me to turn a blind eye. No, I won't look for you. Now that we're standing in the light of
Conversations like the one that I just have with Tyler James Bellinger are the ones that I'm living for here on the B Nation podcast. Happy that he's back presenting this song that is called Light of Day from his upcoming EP, Perfect Stranger. Coming up on the B Nation podcast, the last guest of our Season 9 premiere, Braden Tabakian, is on the show presenting his debut single, Age Like Wine. But now, let me remind you guys that our spin-off show, Backstage, is back with a brand new season. After 1 year off, we are back exclusively available on Spotify, where this time, apart from doing a recap of the best moments of the show, you can also provide feedback, support, or vote to the songs that you hear on the show. Let me play for the first time the song of a band that you will love. They are called The Wildlife, and they have a fantastic EP called Lemonade. They are gonna come next week on episode 2, as they are our guests, so we will discuss more about it. But for now, it's time to listen this song that is called All My Friends, and they are The Wildlife.
I met you at a party, spilled the Diet Coke and Bacardi. When you saw me all up on your dark jeans, should've known it was a game you were starting, Mario Karting. 18 months of innocence, saw the text you sent to him. Razor scooter to my shins, should've seen it coming. All my friends fucking hate you. You left me for someone brand new. You like to hide behind your lies. They got my back, you don't got mine. Yeah, all my friends fucking hate you. You're saying that you're sorry, but I don't like the pictures that you're drawing. It's alarming how you're never calling. Single me out, then double cross me. It's exhausting, yeah. Acting like you're heaven sent. I can't put up with your shit. You're the one name on my list. I wish I never did. All my friends fucking hate you. You left me for someone brand new. You like to hide behind your lies. They got my back, you don't got mine. Yeah, all my friends fucking hate you. And I think I do too. 18 months of innocence, saw the text you sent to it. Razor scooter to my shins, should've seen it coming. Acting like you're heaven sent. I can't put up with your shit. You're the one name on my list. I wish I never did. All my friends fucking hate you. You left me for someone brand new. Yeah. You like to hide behind your lies. They got my back, you don't got mine. Yeah, all my friends fucking hate you. And I think I do too. And I think I do too.
It's a very special day for our next guest because his debut single, Age Like Wine, is finally out. He's a super talented drummer, but also a super talented artist, straight from LA, the one and only Braden Tabakian. How are you, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. How are you?
Welcome to the B Nation podcast. It's an absolutely pleasure to have you here on the show because this show is all about artists that they want to be. I think that you are very happy that Age Like Wine is finally out. You have been waiting to release this song for a while because you previously, I believe that you have been released tracks with Tani Sako and Home Late, but now you are with your debut song, with your debut release. How do you feel, man? And how is like feeling to release, you know, your debut song on your own name only?
Yeah, man, it's really amazing. It's been a long time coming since, you know, starting my band projects and, you know, all the way up till now. I did not expect to be doing this, so it's definitely very exciting.
I believe that you have this song, you wrote this song a while ago, and I just want to ask you, what was your inspiration for a track like Age Like Wine, and what can you tell me about the process behind the story of the track?
Yeah, absolutely. It was during a very weird time in my life. I want to say it was about 6 months ago. I think it was in May actually, where I was in the middle of doing a boy band project, but things were kind of falling apart, which is all good. And I just felt like writing a song. I was in the car one day, my manager, and I pretty much just looked up pop beats on YouTube, which is like the very like easy thing to do at the time. And I came across this kind of Latin style beat. It was actually like an Ed Sheeran kind of beat, and it was very basic, but it was also very cool because it got some really cool melodies going out of me. And then right then and there, I just started writing. I opened up my notes on my phone, started jotting down ideas, concepts, and the first concept was Age Like Wine. And I was like, whoa, like I've never heard something like this from anybody. And I look up the definition of age like wine, and the definition is get better. It means to get better over time. I was like, wow, this could definitely be about a relationship that's getting better over time, like a healing relationship. So that led me to writing about things about like forgiveness and, you know, things of that nature. And and then over the last few months, we went through a lot of production changes. We ended up remaking the beat, but in our own way. And, you know, I got to really improve my vocals over the past 6 months. So
great.
I recorded it several different times, and then a few months ago recorded it for my final time, and I ended up loving it.
Visuals. Have you thought about releasing any visuals of this track, like a music video, for example? Yeah.
So probably not a music video. If the song starts taking off, which is the hope, I would love to do a music video. It's been a dream of mine to do for a while. But yeah, actually tonight, right after this interview, I will be going to do a couple visuals. I'm actually going to be getting wine poured on me. So by the time this is out, people will be able to see that. Yeah, I'm going to have wine poured on me. It's going to be like a slow-mo kind of, you're just watching the wine just get all over my hair and clothes, whatever. If that was your idea, that is a very clever idea, honestly. Like, congratulations, because honestly, it's very smart to obviously to get people know more the track, which is obviously fantastic and amazing. Braden, I want to ask you a question that we normally ask to every artist here on the B Nation podcast. It's about songwriting, right? There is no right or wrong answers about it. We just wanna like find out more about what is your inspiration when you normally like write a song, right? So, for example, let's do a recap in your head of like any songs that you've written in the last 12 months, right? So when you have to like remember what was the first thing that it comes into your head, what it will be normally? It will be the title of the track, it will be the melody, or it will be the lyrics? Yeah, I think it's the melody for me. The melody tends to always come first after usually hearing a beat. I think because I've been a drummer for the past 6 years, I really, yeah, exactly. Sorry. Yeah, I strive off the beat. That's where all the ideas come out. Now, that was how I did it at first, and that's my main way of writing. But I've also kind of switched over to writing and then coming up with a beat, or humming out a melody and then recording that and then writing to it, and then getting a producer or producing my own kind of beat to it. So there's a number of ways you can do it. But I think just a drummer at heart in me, I love to just start with the beat. No, definitely. I'm actually like, now that you are mentioning this, it makes totally sense, because you are an excellent drummer. And obviously it makes sense that obviously you start to write music based on melody, you know, so it's absolutely fine. I found very fascinating people, they start to write music from the title. I never knew like that. That was something that I discovered here on the show, that people get inspired about the title. I wish I could
actually do that as well one day. What do you think about that, for example?
Oh, yeah. I actually, I don't know why I didn't mention that. So the past few songs, actually, although it's, I've had a beat for it, it really actually started with the title of the song. I would come up with like a cool word, or I would see a cool word on a movie or video game or whatever. And then I would really just start writing to that word. And I would come up with a concept around that word. And yeah, that's cool that you brought that up. I totally forgot to mention that.
And do you think that starting by the title helps to obviously to finish the song quickly?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, amazing. What's the plan for this year, Braden? Do you obviously, I guess that like you will be with the promo of this track Age Like Wine for a while, but have you thought like about maybe in the future, like late 2023, to obviously to present the track, and obviously to do like any some showcases around LA, obviously to keep promoting your music?
Yeah, I have a lot of plans. I don't want to say too much right now, but I'm working on a bunch of songs actually, and
Great.
It's kind of just deciding what I want to do with those. I would love to start doing shows eventually, do my first show. I actually plan to do my first show this year. That's kind of a goal of mine. And then from there, I have a really amazing fan base that I've started building. So being able to go out to different people's countries and tour and stuff like that, that's a huge dream of mine, and a great way of getting my music out there.
Do you find it through TikTok to connect with your fans with your music?
Yeah, so my fan base really started with TikTok actually. Back in 2020 when I started posting, I started realizing a lot of people enjoying the drum videos. And then over the past year, I've started releasing music, and those fans started transferring over to being music fans as well, which was really cool to see. Yeah, that's pretty much where I am now. I'm really trying to build my music fan base rather than just my content that I made, which has been drum covers, which is still sick. I'm so blessed for that.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just it's been a change lately.
I'm really, really excited for your career, man. I'm really excited to obviously to hear more songs like in the future. Feel free to come to the B Nation podcast anytime that you want, obviously to keep promoting your music. This is your debut track that we play here on the show, Age Like Wine, but it's not gonna be the last one. It's gonna be the first one of too many to come, hopefully in this 2023. Have you thought about releasing maybe like an EP in the future, something like that you could have like a possibility and an idea on mind?
Yeah, totally. An EP or an album would be awesome. Like I said, I've been writing so many new songs, and there's so many of them that I love and that I want to share right now. I know I have to be patient. So I would love to do an EP or an album eventually.
Patience is the key, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Braden. Thank you so much for being on the show. Like, actually, we're gonna close this episode on the season 9 premiere of the B Nation podcast. All the best with Age Like One. Fantastic track, and honestly, until the next one.
Thank you so much, man. Hi, I'm Braden Tabakian, and you're about to hear my debut single, Age Like Wine, on the B Nation podcast. I hope you enjoy it.
I hear you crying, don't worry about a thing. I know you're trying, wearing it by a string. I know last night had me uptight, just wanted you to hear my voice. No need to lie, I'm not that guy, so let me block out the noise. You know that I know that we could be together here all night, but your eyes tell me that you just wanna be by my side. It's easy for me to tell when you're feeling some type of way, but I can help but try and make you feel closer to me. I haven't forgot, but I have forgiven, though it breaks my heart. The lights go up, my head is spinning, awake in the dark. And I know last night had me uptight, just wanted you to hear my voice. No need to lie, I'm not that guy, so let me block out the noise. You know that I know that we could be together here all night, but your eyes tell me that you just wanna be by my side. My lifeline, we got time, we age like wine. My lifeline, we got time, we age like wine. I just fine, from wine, we could not also change. I'm trying, for life, together we age like wine. So I wait till morning for you to notice my heart is still with you. When I'm feeling empty, the world's against me, I wanna be holding you. I give you every reason to stay up late and say that our love is true. And with every Every season we test our faith and see that it's nothing new. I hear you crying, don't worry about a thing. I know you're trying, we're hanging by a string. You know that I know that we could be together here all night, but your eyes tell me that you just wanna be by my side. My lifeline, we got time, we age like wine. My lifeline, we got time, we age like wine.
He is a super talented drummer and a super talented artist. Raven Tabakian was with us presenting his debut single Age Like Wine, and that's it. That's everything from me. Thank you so much to everyone who listened at the season 9 premiere of the B Nation podcast. I cannot believe that we are already in our season number 9. Thank you so much to all our guests, LIV Romano, Tyler James Bellinger, and Raven Tabakian. And you should join us next week. Next Friday is our episode 2, and we have the Wildlife and Tours that they are back on the show with their brand new single and much more. Don't forget to check out our spin-off show Backstage that is exclusively available on Spotify. Be part of the nation by joining our Twitter community and find out more by checking our website thebnation.com. Laura was in the production of the show. My name is Miguel. It's Miguel. 6 letters and 3 vowels. And remember, bringing you the best new music from around the world is great, but being kind is everything. Speaking next Friday. Until then, stay safe and bye-bye.